Hello, and welcome back to Space Engineers, where I loaded up the game, and that armed transport may or may not have fixed itself, and is coming into range right now, and my weapons may or may not be prepared to target it. Come on. Oh, come on. He just barely got into range. And now he's moving away again. Okay, well. Let me recap what happened. First off, once again, for real, welcome to Space Engineers. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I know I've been spending a lot of time in the wonderful new world that Todd Howard has granted us, the Starfield. But never fear, Space Engineers is not going away, at least not anytime soon. So, recap from last time. This guy, this armed transport, took on some Ember ships over there, and seems to have damaged his some thrusters and especially some gyroscopes, because he turns very slowly. And he's basically just been kind of drifting and orbiting around our base. And I just realized I fell down. So he's been drifting around the base. And right before the last one, he went straight over the base, but not low enough to actually do anything. This is a nice looking sunrise. It's too bad you can't really see anything out here. He's probably going to circle around. He's going to orbit us a couple of times till he eventually runs out of fuel, I assume. And I think we can actually, when he's facing the right direction, you can actually see his fuel level. Although it's really hard to hold him steady that far out. But we think that he has targeted one of the Ember ships that's crashed on the ground over there that has no antenna, and that he's actually trying to swing back around and get it, and not actually come after us. Now, it's possible that after the reload, his targets have changed, but I have no idea. When I first loaded the game, he actually kind of dropped out of the sky for a bit, and I thought he was going to crash, and then he ended up like catching himself. I was watching in spectator cam because I thought, it's finally done. And no, he did not. He caught himself like right before hitting the ground and went back up. So we're going to see. What's most likely going to happen is, yeah, see, now he's turning away from us. I have no idea where he's trying to get to. So we're just going to let him orbit around for a while, and I'm going to stop bothering with him. And if we see him get within like 3K, then we'll run out and check him out. But I think for the most part, he's probably just going to orbit around until either he runs out of fuel and crashes, accidentally comes into our weapon range, or somebody else spawns in and takes him out. So what we're actually going to do today, I'm going to leave the front gate open in case I need to run out there and watch the fireworks. What we need to do is finally get some more space in here. So we are going to get in the miner, and we're going to tunnel out more of the wall here, hopefully tunnel out fairly far back, and then we'll be able to get rid of all this stuff by the front door here and move it back. And then we can start the very long process of welding up. Well, we're going to have to redo this floor here because it's all steel, and I want some of it to be interior plate. But yeah, the very long process of welding this whole place up, and then we can start doing some more interesting builds, because I'll actually have room for that kind of stuff. We'll have to probably go out and do a lot more mining. But, see now an Ember Monarch transport just popped in. Welcome, Rumble Strip. How's it going? And Ember and Lasp, who I think is actually Luca Aerospace, I think is what that stands for. See, he's coming over here really fast. He's making me think he's going to do it, but I don't know. I am, every single time he does this, I'm going to get my hopes up that we're finally going to get to test out the longer range weapon fire. But I don't think so. I think he's going to go right over our heads, if anything. Yeah, he's not trying to come here, so let's see. Is he going to get in range? Probably not. Maybe he will get in range as he passes over. We might be able to take a couple pot shots at him. Let's see. He's definitely drifting. If he wanted to come over here, he could. He is in range, technically. I think especially in range of the defensive block, which is a little bit further back underground. But it is not. Although we're looking for propulsion. Maybe we should be looking for power systems? Well, now he's probably out of range, but I don't know, he's well within range. Oops. Whoops. I don't know, it kind of looks like he's orbiting us now, but why aren't you locking him? Let's try propulsion again. He's got propulsion, he's not falling down. He's got weapons. I don't know. He's very in range of everything. We could... you know what we could do? Let's just grab control of one of these, grab control of one of these. You're not set to target anything in specific, right? Well, let's, oh, why can't I control you? Do I have to be in a control seat to control you? That could very well be true. I don't have a control seat sitting around handy. And now you're behind a mountain. Do I need to be in a control seat? I thought I could be in any sort of inventory screen and it would work. Hmm. Let's see. Let me run inside and use one of the control seats that's in there. If I could get the base to lock it. Or we'll just actually, let's just slap down a control seat and see what we can do. Once again, I'm getting distracted by things. Hmm. Don't think we're going to quite make it. Ah. So I guess I need line of sight, huh? Just the defensive block doesn't need line of sight. There's no way. Oh well. I guess we'll just wait and see if he comes within 800 meters. In the meantime, we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to go do this. How am I going to keep this thing? How do I know how far I want to go with this? Hang on. Because I want to go about this far. I could move the truck and drill back this way first. Wonder if I should put some more drills on it just for this so we get a larger area. No, that'll be fine. Alright, so what we're going to do is everything on... Oh, wait a minute. Some of these thrusters are reversed. Where are you? Which group is this? MI Atmo thrusters. MI Atmo thrusters. Alright. And what is this thrusters group? Is this the same? Yeah, these are the old ones. Okay, I can delete this group. Okay. Maybe that was the problem we had before, is that not all of the thrusters were functioning. Okay. And that's why some of the thrusters were off, maybe. Alright, so let me level myself. And let me go to the programmable block here and recompile it, because for some reason it doesn't work right away. Then there is a... let's see, what is the... There is a thing you can do to tell it to stay level to gravity. And I don't remember what the command is, and I'm probably not going to notice it just from looking through the code here. I might have to go pull up the... Let's see if this works. There we go. Alright, take me over to your... Oh, what happened? Oh, wait a minute, why is this over here? Right, just close you. Okay. Space Engineers. Open. Did I lose it? There we go. Open in Workshop. Take me to the website. Alright, config cargo. Align gyros. This option you could specify block group with gyroscopes using gravity align feature. We'll climb. Okay, right. Commands, that's what I need. Toggle gravity align. Toggle GAA. That's what I need. Okay. We'll just leave that up. Alright. Is this the right one? Excavos. I don't know. That was my spotlight group. Alright. Toggle GAA. Alright, let's see if it works. There we go. Perfectly aligned to gravity. Now if I can roll and I can move, but it will always bring me perfectly aligned. So that makes me feel better, knowing that at least I'm going to be not like flying off, hopefully, in one direction or another. Ooh. Oh, that's a submarine. What happened to my buddy? Either he ran out of fuel or he got shot. Guess we'll never know. Alright, so let's go down a little bit here. Forward we go, and hopefully we don't take out anything just to the left of me here. Oh, yeah, I think we might miss everything. Perfect. Alright, well this is definitely going to take some time, but when it's done, we will have a lot more space to work in, and we could actually start moving some vehicles out of the way, getting some places for these guys to actually park in. It's going to be great. I'm also thinking we're going to dig down a little bit, so that we kind of drive down a little ramp as we go. Let's see, can we... Yeah, that was okay. That wasn't bad. Let's see, what if we go this way? The gyros are, because they're trying to stabilize, they're a little bit slow to respond, so... I can scoot myself in here now. I can try and go back the other way. So as many of you know, I've been playing Starfield. I am rather enjoying it quite a bit. I think I have two main complaints about it so far, and don't take these as like the game is bad, because these are like minor complaints in a game that is really quite good and scratching a lot of space itches. Why is the thing now? Oh, because a wreck just spawned in, that's why. Let's see if we can move down a bit and do one layer lower. It's going to be hard because there's a big pipe right here. But we'll see if we can kind of get over that pipe. So the two things so far are the interface. I am not a huge fan of. Let's see if I can move down a little bit. Oh, this is perfect right here. The interface I'm not a huge fan of. It's been confusing and a bit difficult to learn. But once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. Like, once you know where all the stuff is and what you're looking for, like, you start to figure out the patterns after a while. There does seem to be some weird inconsistencies, that yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, Rumble Strip. I wouldn't drop $100 on it, and not at this point. If you buy the normal game, you know, at this point, I think the with the actual game releasing in like 4 more days, I don't think dropping the extra $30 for the premium edition is worth it at this point, unless you really want the what do you also get? Like you get like the first DLC or something like that. But I don't think at this point it's necessarily worth it for the early access because it's not that early anymore. But definitely worth, in my opinion, if you like Bethesda games and space games, definitely worth getting. Just, I'm not sure if it's... I mean, that's up to you, honestly, you know, if it's worth it, but... either way, I'm definitely enjoying it. I haven't even figured out how to access the skins that I got. I was thinking about that the other day as I was playing. I was like, am I supposed to go pick those up somewhere or something? I don't even know. Because I just get engrossed in it. Like, that's the thing, is I'm really enjoying it. I'm really having a good time with it. I'm playing 2 characters at the same time. So I've got the one that I'm doing on stream, and then I've got another one that I'm just using to, you know, goof around with and test things out and try the other faction storylines that I'm not planning to do with the main character that I've got. And I'm really enjoying it. I just kind of get lost in it sometimes. And the other thing, I said there were 2 things, right? What did I say? So the interface was one, which took a lot of getting used to. I have a mod request, and that is that I needed the press E. I think I talked about this the last time I was playing. The press E to get out of the cockpit button, that needs to be resolved because you have to press E to switch targets in combat. And on 2 occasions, I held the E key for just slightly too long, and in the middle of combat, my character just casually got up out of their seat, walked away, and I like turned around and hurried up and like clicked on the seat again, and they're just like, yep, all right, let me just mosey on back into the seat there, get my screen set up and everything. And like I can see like lasers, because that's the thing, is like even when you're walking around in your ship, the other ships are still out there. It's not like an instance change, obviously. So it's like I can still see lasers hitting my ship, and my character's like, yep, we're just gonna mosey on back to the chair. So I need some sort of like, even if there's like a confirmation dialogue that I have to click every single time I want to get out of the chair, that would be worth it for me, because I cannot stress how bad it is to get out of the seat in the middle of a fight, because it's like a full 10 or more seconds of animation to get back into the seat, and that's rough. So then that's the other thing. The other thing is a thing that I don't think is necessarily a problem with the game itself. It's more of the nature of the game, which is that the majority of the planets are either like handcrafted cities that you're hanging out in, or more like barren, desolate kind of places. And I would find that as I was playing, and I was trying to think of like comparing it to playing Skyrim a bit, and it's like when you play in Skyrim, there would be times where I'd be like, you know, I don't want to use fast travel. I just want to like hop on my horse and ride and take in the scenery, you know, because every place looks a little bit different. Every hold looks a little bit different, you know, and you know, the way I've got my Skyrim modded, it looks absolutely gorgeous because I have like 1,300 mods in there. Nope. I lost track of what I was trying to do here. You know, but there were times when I would just want to walk around and take in the scenery, and there isn't as much of that in Starfield. Like, you want to walk around mainly for the, you know, scanning the planets and stuff like that. Like, there's reasons to walk around, but it's not as like beautiful looking. Like, the graphics are amazing, but it's not like, you know, I'm not here to take in the scenery, which is why I'm like, I'm not really yearning for that atmospheric re-entry that a lot of people on Reddit seem to be clamoring about. I don't want to have to fly all the way to the planet. Sometimes I do like to launch the ship and have the immersion of going up into space and then doing the jump drive animation and everything. And then other times I'm just like, yeah, I could just fast travel to the next place because I don't really need to see the animation, or like there's no scenery to look at. It's space, right? So I do like that the option is there to, like, I could go up into space every time. I could use the grav drive and see the animation play whenever I go to a different system. Like, the option is always there. You don't have to fast travel, but the non-fast travel options, well, feel like fast travel because you are always just like instancing from space to ground. And I don't really have a problem with that because I don't remember if I said this on stream or not, but like I've played ridiculous number of hours of Elite Dangerous, and it's not, when I'm trying to get through like a game that's already hundreds of hours of story, I don't need to spend like another 100 hours just flying to and from the planet's surface. So that's fine for a game like Elite Dangerous where there isn't really much else to do. So, but in Starfield, I'm perfectly happy to fast travel all over the place. Now, that said, the same was true with Skyrim in the beginning. Like, the first thing you do is get to a place, unlock fast travel, and then you're just teleporting around all the time. That was how I played when I first played Skyrim, and now I'm more like, I forgot what the place looks like, and I just want to walk around and enjoy the scenery because I'm not in a hurry to get through the missions again. If I'm trying to get through I don't know. I am not an old Skyrim player. I feel like I'm relatively new compared to the amount of time Skyrim's been out. I've been playing for like 2 years, so it's like not a huge amount of time, and I think there's missions and stuff in Skyrim that I still haven't done, but I'm not in a hurry to go get to them as much as I used to be when I first started. And I feel like that's probably how it's going to go in Starfield too. So it's like, if they do somehow come up with a mod that lets you manually traverse all the way from space to planet seamlessly, I'm probably going to use it. But the majority of the time, I'm going to opt to skip it and just fast travel anyway, just because it does get really boring. And I think people underestimate the distance that the distance you would have to traverse to get from the surface of the planet to or from space to the surface of the planet at sublight speeds. Because it is when you grav drive into the system, you are really, really far away from the planet. And there are times when I think I saw some people on Reddit who were like, they need to show the grav drive animation whenever you travel anywhere. The grav drive is only used when you're going to a completely different system. Otherwise, your character is slow boating it. Like, if you're just going to a different planet in the same system, your character is like, I haven't looked at the internal clock to see if they're just like a month went by or whatever, or like 3 hours went by or whatever it would be to get from planet to planet. But like, if you just say like, if you just point your ship at another planet in the same system and say like travel there without using the fast travel option, you'll see just an animation of your ship just flying there in sublight. Like that's what's happening, right? So you're just slow boating it there. And I don't need to do that in real time. Because you can. Someone tested this. I saw it on Mastodon, but Elite Dangerous has faster than light travel. Like when you're heading down to a planet, you're using the friendship drive. That's what I call it sometimes. The frameshift drive. You're using the frameshift drive to get to the planet, and then you get into glide mode, and you're still moving. You're not moving at FTL speeds anymore, but you're moving significantly faster than you would be. So like if you miss the glide while you're coming in, and then you move at real speeds, like you're looking at like an excruciatingly long time to get down to the planet. You know? So that's the kind of thing that I want to avoid. And ED gets you much, much closer to the surface of the planet before you drop out of frame shift than we are when we jump into these systems. So we would have to, like, modders would have to come up with other fixes for things like how do you get closer to the planet, you know, at FTL speeds. And then is it fair to say like every ship gets, because you can upgrade your ships, like does every ship get those upgrades? Or do you have to like purchase those upgrades? Maybe some ships when you first start out, like maybe the Frontier, I think that's the name of the ship in the beginning, is the has to go really slow no matter what. So yeah, I stopped playing Elite Dangerous around when Odyssey came out just because Elite Dangerous was a HOTAS game for me. Like, I was always playing with the stick and the throttle. And when they did Odyssey, well, there was an update just before Odyssey where they added, like, the Discovery Scanner. And that kind of made it, like, I used to be able to do everything in Elite Dangerous from the stick. Like, all the buttons on my stick, I could just work the entire interface. And it also meant, like, my computer is actually built around the fact that I wanted to do VR in Elite Dangerous. And so, like, my whole computer is, like power and everything. Hey, Delaron, thanks for joining. Everything, like the graphics card, everything that I chose was so that I could do VR in Elite Dangerous. This was many years ago. And I didn't. Well, I did for a while, and it was fun. But then they started adding more and more things that required more control than I could fit in the buttons on the thing. Like, the Discovery Scanner didn't fit. Like, there were just way too many things, and I ended up having to have, like, an Xbox controller in front of me, or the mouse and keyboard in front of me, and then, like, having to try to switch to it with the VR headset on, and it just was not as immersive as I would have liked. And then when they added the ground-based stuff in Odyssey, I did that a little bit. It was really clunky at first. I know they've fixed it up quite a bit, but it was very clunky at first. And they didn't support VR anymore. They were like, once you get out of the ship, you're not in VR. It just doesn't work. So that's when I stopped playing Elite Dangerous, because that game is absolutely amazing in VR. It's the sense of scale of things is completely lost on you in the normal gameplay. Like, things are obvious, like you can tell when things are big, but when you're in VR and you're going through the mail slot on a station, it's like you really get a sense that you're flying through like a skyscraper-sized hole, and it's pretty incredible. So I would love for another. I would love a mod that lets me use the HOTAS in Starfield. It's not supported right now, but I assume that's going to be like one of the early things is some support for that. Yeah, ship interiors. I'm glad Starfield does that. Everybody, like, I played EVE Online for a while back in the day. Back around the 10th anniversary was around the time when I stopped playing EVE Online, and I think they just hit their 20th anniversary, which makes me feel super old now. God, what was it? They were talking about the ambulation update, or the walking in stations update, and they were like, we're putting that in. This is the first version of it, and you could just like walk around your little hotel room in a station. You could make a character, change your portrait to look like that character, and then just like walk around like one room. And then at some point, they never expanded on that, and at some point they were just like, yeah, all right, fine, we're taking that out. We're never going to do this. So they left the character creator in, I think. I haven't played Eve in a long time. But they let the character creator in, and then they're just like, no more walking. You're going back to just looking at ships spinning. 2004 Eve pilot. I remember us talking about that, Delron, a long time ago. Man, I had like one year in, well, I guess it was since, I think it was 2013. 2012, 2013, I think. I got really into Eve. I got into it, I started Eve, I want to say like 2007, but didn't really get into it. But I had like 1 year where it was like every single day I was doing Eve, and I was like, got to be very high ranking in a large corporation, and you know, the kind of thing where it's like, hey, I'm getting up at 5 in the morning on a weekday before work to do a, you know, do a war or whatever, do some war crimes. And then when I had my first kid, I decided that was not going to be sustainable. But now the kids are self-sufficient, so I should probably look at how much digging I've done here. I'm not really paying attention to how big this space has gotten. Might be big enough. I mean, I was like, in EVE Online, I was at the level where the CEO of the corporation had my cell phone number and could call me if they needed me for something. Like, that was the level of EVE Online that I was at. And it was not, I mean, it was super fun, but it was like, I don't know, it was like a job. Like, there would be times when I would be like working on like a side project, like a programming project or something, and I would have 2 EVE Online screens up, and my job was just, you know, spend the next 4 hours watching 2 systems to see if any bad guys come in. And if they do, to break into the TeamSpeak and let everybody know that there's a potential hostile in one of our entry systems. And that was pretty much it. But let me do one more row here, and then we'll back up and see how we're doing. How are we doing on power? I got plenty of power. Let me catch back up. I haven't been reading every single thing you guys have been saying, because I've been trying not to crash the miner here. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty much caught up. Yeah, those were good days. Those were good days. There was one time we were... Let me just hop out and see what we've done here. All right, we got almost all the way to the back of the row. Okay, so we are... Here's where the weather drops off. That's good. Here's where the weather has not dropped off. I assume we're having like a sandstorm or something here. Dust storm. Okay. Whoop, there we go. All right, so I think we need to... Probably going to have to go through and kind of smooth some of this out as we lay the floor, but I could probably just do that with the hand drill. Let's do a couple of more rows here. Let's see if we can get all the way to the back there. What I want to do is, not that you can really see it here, what I want to do is basically put a wall up along where this pipe is. Excuse me, we're going to move the pipe. We're going to move the pipe into the ground or into the ceiling or something, and put a wall here, and this is going to be a hallway, kind of a sealed off area. And then the rest of this on this other side is going to be like vehicle bays. So you're going to drive in and be able to park along the side here, basically. And then I'm going to have to figure out what to do about ships, like flying vehicles. Do I have to make them small enough to go out the front door? Or do I guess I can close the front door now that other guy's gone. Goodbye. Or do I try to dig up and put a thing going out the top? I feel like I'm gonna try to there's another armed transport dropping rapidly. Take a pause here for a second and see where this guy's going. He's heading out. He's probably headed... Well, no, he wouldn't be going to attack the other LASP. They're on the same team there, but he does seem to be kind of heading toward it. Nope. Heading back up. I don't know. Let's keep on going. Let's see. Make a big door out of blast doors with merge blocks. For air tightness. Yeah, we could do that. That might be fun. The thing is, I'm trying to limit the number of things that I need to protect against lightning strikes. And the more things that I put up on the surface, the more I have to add decoys. And then the more decoys I add, the more we're going to attract enemies to shoot at them, and then I gotta build more protective outposts and stuff, and that's kind of the main thing I'm thinking of. Okay, the fact that this script is controlling the gyro makes this somewhat difficult to line up the way I want to. Yeah, let me go back one more row here, and I might call this done for today. Not the stream, just the digging part. Then we could, because I don't think I need to go all the way back here necessarily all right away, because we could start making some vehicle, well, some floor and then some vehicle bays right away here. Let's see. And then we, we could do also, if we want, and by we I mean me, we could dig down a level to give myself a little bit more headroom in case I need to like fly over a vehicle or something. But yep, it's been a long time since I've done a full underground base. I'm usually in an asteroid or just up on the surface. Oh, I went in an angle, didn't I? I think I did. Hard to tell. It's fine. I have not played enough No Man's Sky to get a good sense of that. I started No Man's Sky this summer. Well, no, that's not true. I tried No Man's Sky in the very beginning when it was terrible, and then said, I'm going to wait a while and let it get good, and I knew it had gotten good, or that's what I'd heard at least, and then just never had the time to get back to it, and so I have a Steam Deck and was on vacation for the summer, brought the Steam Deck around, and it's actually really good on the Steam Deck. So I played a bit there, but there's a ridiculous amount that I have not done in that game, and probably won't do because it's not something that really interests me too much with all the other stuff going on. But what are we doing here? Just crashing into stuff. I never put the extra armor on this miner that I was going to do. Oh, you probably have twice as many hours as me then, if you've got 36 hours. Base building is, base building is the kind of thing that is really, really hit or miss for me. Like, I love the idea of base building, which is why I'm so into space engineers, honestly, but, like, the idea of, finding like the perfect spot on the perfect planet and just like building your dream outpost and pretending you're an actual like astronaut kind of person. I love it. But a game has to be really good at providing you the tools to make base building not be tedious, and not be but still allow you to do kind of what you want to do. Like, have a lot of different options and stuff, so. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Base decorating. Space Engineers is kind of like the opposite. Like, Space Engineers is true base building, And every so often, like just recently, they gave us another decorative pack. Like every so often, we get stuff that we can use to decorate it, but it's mostly just building boxes. That armed transport is coming back in. I wonder if he's going to follow that same path. Oh, he's way over there now. I wonder if he's going to follow that same path that the other ones were taking, where they kind of fly away and then turn around and come back and eventually attack us over the mountain. Because I think the last one that came in was going to do that, if those Ember ships hadn't spawned in and caught his attention. I went way too high there. That's okay, though. What? Are my... Wait a second. Oh, okay, never mind. Thought my headlights were being weird. Let's see. Actually, we're not far from the back there. Let's just stop here. I'm going to see if I can... let's see. There we go. I need control of my gyros for a second. I kind of want to ramp down a level or two here, so I think I'm going to try and dig this down just a little bit, like one level, and see if that works. And then we're going to have to take some of this stuff down and just kind of build around it. Am I going off the rails here? I'm going off the rails here. Space engineers, the tedium of space engineers is odd because it's cathartic at times. Like I couldn't do a stream or even like a play session where I dig out a hole this size all the time. Like that's neither fun nor entertaining for long periods of time. But sometimes it's nice. It's just kind of relax and dig a hole for a while. And now I can't actually see what I'm doing. Did I hit... Uh-huh. How did I hit this? I should be able to dig my own tunnel. And I should be level with the ground, so I'm not entirely sure how I goofed this up, but I may have gone off course a little bit here. Or maybe not, who knows. Ah, stationeers. Now that's one that I have not gotten into. What's your opinion in general of stationeers? I think Splitsy is doing a series of stationeers now, and I have not gotten into it. But I figured if I ever did, do you ever have that thing where it's like a streamer or a YouTuber or whatever that you watch like starts playing a game that you're like, oh, this feels like the kind of game that I would like, but I don't have the time to get into it, and I'm afraid if I watch this and enjoy it, then I'm going to want to get into this, and then, like, I don't have the time for that. What did I do here? This is going to be way, way down. This is going to be more than the, like, 2 blocks I was thinking. Oh, yeah, Farming Simulator was a big one. When that game came out, everybody was playing Farming Simulator, and I thought that feels like the low pressure, nobody's going to shoot at me kind of game that I would love to just waste a bunch of time on, and I do not have that kind of time. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. See, that was... he is moving fast. He's on his patrol route. Looking at that armed transport. Do we think he's coming in or no? He's kind of making his way over here. Let's put you down. Hop out and go take a look at this guy and see if he's gonna come within range here. Because this is a different one that has all of its weapons active. So this is a little bit more dangerous if he decides to come over here. Oh, and there's a strike craft. Ah, well, this could actually be really bad. Stand by. Let's check if that defensive block is doing its thing yet. Still doing its thing. Enemies with propulsion. You guys definitely have propulsion. So, here we go. Oh yeah, Project Zomboid. Oh, that one looked fun. Sorry, I'm just readjusting my chair to get ready for battle mode here. How much ammo do I have on me? What am I going to lose? Why do I have all this stuff here? Okay, they're not coming at me just yet. They're going by. Yeah, he's going by. He's going by. Okay, so I think if they follow their flight plan like normal, which he doesn't seem to be, he's flying way out that way, I don't know why. But this one should go over to there, then behind the mountain, then up over the mountain and attack me from back there. Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is another one of those that I was like, I feel like I would really like this game and that it's going to take up a lot of time. I was very tempted actually to not even get into Starfield because I was like, I know this is going to take up a bunch of my time, but I've been waiting for that game for such a long time. I didn't want to. I could not possibly not play that game. But I was prepared to say this game is not going to take all of my time, and I'm okay with that so far. All right. Oh yeah, I put the new... So, the new worn armor I put on the guns that keep getting shot off and the tower that keeps getting shot up, and everything else is still the battered armor. So... You know, the other thing that I think about with Starfield, and I'm glad you brought up, like, the potential of Starfield, is that... there's still going to be DLC to come. And I feel like... Ow. There are probably some game mechanics, like how they added, like, dragon riding to Skyrim. Not that anybody really does that, as far as I'm aware, very much. But, like, there's still a... there's still a possibility that there are, like, entire game mechanics that are not in the game right now that they will add with DLC. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see. This game, in 5 years, is going to be insane. Like, just the zeitgeist in the modding community is crazy, and we can't, like, nothing can be done yet for the most part. We don't have a creation kit. We don't have a script extender. I mean, we have a script extender technically, but it's just the DLL loader part. And, you know, but soon everything will be reverse engineered. Mod Organizer 2 is going to have an update soon. They got the alpha out. The Xedit team is working on it, which I assume is going to be called, like, SFEdit. So, oh, Baldur's Gate 3. I was really did not want to get into that one, but I did, And I think that's what me and Pat are going to be playing every other Friday instead of Elder Scrolls Online for a while. We suck at it. We're very, very bad at it. Hilariously bad. And I think that's kind of why I want to keep going back to it. So it looks like a well enough built game. Graphics are good. The D&D mechanics are good. So SE has come even in the I've been playing SE for about 4 years, 3 or 4 years, and even then the amount that's changed in this game is ridiculous. I'm missing all the stuff I wanted to be mining here. Just in terms of like both what's been modded into the game and what the developers have added into the game, this game has gotten so much better, and they keep putting out like performance updates, like where they changed the hit boxes on the blocks a couple of years ago. I think the hinges were a huge addition. Like they've reduced Clang quite a bit. It's still there if you really want to talk to them, but they've done some amazing stuff with this game lately. I don't want to use the compass. I don't want to. That seems too logical. I want to know why I can't get lower into the ground. What do I keep hitting here? Yeah, I have my Duke's Quality of Life mod that I publish on the workshop, which is basically an empty mod that depends on all the mods that I want, and then I just throw that in to any world, and that's got basically every mod that I can't live without, and I just drop that on every single world. And I change it up every so often when like as mods change and stuff, but like the compass, the HUD mod that I use that adds the color and the circles and everything, that, as well as various other mods for rendering things, like I think I'm using what's that mod called that changes the rendering output? I don't remember. But let's see, so there's that. There's the sleep mod, the mod that refills your bottles if you just stand. Hang on, I can't see what I'm doing here. We're gonna do this. There we go. That's why I'm having trouble. I need to get back in my ditch. The ship is hard to turn when the script is doing it. Yeah, the auto refill bottles script. What else is in there? The things that clean the spotlights. Oh, are you actually noticing yeah, they talked about those optimizations in the last stream. Ooh, I got some extra. There we go. Little blocks hanging around there. I assume we're going to find more of those. How's my power doing? We're looking good. Alright, let's take this way down. There we go. I feel like the multiplayer has gotten a lot better as well. And that was the thing that basically kicked off for me, I became aware of Space Engineers because they, kind of very close to each other and very close to the full release of the game, put out a big multiplayer update, like a server update and a survival update. And all of that together led to a bunch of people starting their own YouTube series, which is how Space Engineers kind of crossed my radar. I need to put spotlights on the bottom of this thing, I think. Let's see if we could just get kind of close to this. Oh, look at that floaty one. This is going to be fun. See if we can get some of this here without breaking more of those blocks. And then we'll be done. Yeah, that makes sense. I did the Draconis Impossible for a little bit, and I think I was on, what was the other one? I was on Stone Industry servers for a little bit. I never did the Keen Vanilla servers, because I'm not too, oh no, I was about to make a terrible pun. I'm not too keen on vanilla. But the seems like it's a lot more stable than it used to be, especially, I think that's the thing they focused on because of like crossplay and stuff like that. So, okay, let's put this thing away. Let's dock this thing up back where it lives. Oh, let's turn off this thing that's making my gyroscopes unusable. Where's my dock? There we go. And connect and all the stuff. Okay. You know what I meant to do before I started the game today? I meant to put together a... Oh, there we go. Now it's time for the battle. He's doing his patrols. He's going to come in range over the top, and I'm not going to be able to see it again. Swear to... Why does nobody target this thing? In all of my tests of the defensive block, the settings that I set up for this should work. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to move the defensive block out here. Yeah, he's coming around. He's going to lower down. This is going to be bad for the base. We're going to take a lot of damage. Shoot him. These guns are on, right? They're moving. Well, here we go. Oh, he's going to be a... Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. He is... Okay, he's hitting the decoys pretty hard, but the welders are holding up. Oh, we definitely got ammo, don't worry. I guess I'm not really needed here. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, if we could take out those hydrogen tanks. Are his weapons down? Looks like his weapons are down. He's probably trying to decide what to do. I think the weapons on the other side are knocked down. I could try to get up in there. Oh, let me guess. He's going to turn around. Oh no, all the weapons are down. Let's, what happened to my arms? He's leaving. Let's just... Did I run out of ammo for you? Or did he move out of... Oh, he moved out of your range. That's what happened. No, he didn't. What's the deal with you? No ammo? Assault cannon turret. Yeah, you guys are not picking the ammo correctly. No, you guys all got ammo. Oh, there he goes. Another wreck in the lake. Okay. How about this? Turret's off for a minute. Nobody else is coming around, right? Let's fly out there and hopefully not get shot. How much, yeah, it should be good. Okay, so he dropped some ice over here. Out on the ice lake. Let's see, I wonder if we could just capture this grid. Otherwise, they're just going to keep on shooting at it whenever I turn the thing on. If we could capture this grid, on the one hand, it would be a good use of, like I could use the materials, and they would stop shooting at it. See, I don't think he had any other... He's upside down. So there shouldn't be any more weapons. He might be out of power entirely. No, he's not. He's still got batteries going here. That strike craft... Did he go down? I don't know. Well, let's see. Okay, there's a cockpit in there. I wonder if there's any interior turrets anywhere. Okay, you know what? Let's go look through the window and see. I could at least grab the ammo out of these guns. I don't see any... I don't see any interior turrets in here. Anything else we need to... What are you? So this is, if you're not familiar, this is the mod called Hostile Takeover, where you have to capture certain grids that can be used to control the grid, certain blocks that can be used to control the grid. And if you get all of them, then the grid gets transferred over to you. Ow, I was trying to jump over that. Let's see. So the beds, for some reason, I mean, technically they're like control blocks, so... Oh, it's a survival kit. Alright, what else do I need to get? Or is this thing mine now? Nope, still not mine. Is there another bed somewhere? Oh, you know what, though? That's a small cargo container. This is the survival kit. Was there another bed? And why am I not seeing it highlighted? I don't know. Is there... Oh yeah, okay, let's take a look. Let's confirm that. Incomplete. Oh yeah, everything else is mine. This ship be mine now, maybe. Convert to station. I cannot rename it. Let me... We'll grab that survival kit. Let's reconstruct the control seat and see if we have control. Let's see. Owner is nobody. Well, what if I transfer everything to me? Oh, well, there we go. I guess I do own the ship. Okay. Cool. So, we could actually, like, repair the cannons and just kind of leave this thing here as another defense thing. But I think what I'd rather do is see what's on board. Okay, so there's a lot of ammo. Not a lot of ammo. A lot of ice. Some parachutes. That didn't help you. And not much else. So maybe we'll try and... Let's see. It looks like there's only two cannons left. I wonder if we could repair them and get the ammo out. Real quick. What do you guys need? Oh, you're basically done for. Alright. Let's see if we could just fly back, grab the components, build these things, grab the ammo, get back out. I should see what the tanks look like, but I think they're probably not in great shape. Oh, I can't even... I can't even carry all that. Why do I have so much scrap metal? that wasn't the majority of my... That was not the majority of the things that were taking up my inventory. Let's see, if I could at least get one of these out of here, that might be good. Large steel tube. Okay, good. We got you out. Let's see. Is there a cargo container here? Are you damaged, cargo container? No. I just can't get at you. There we go. Alright. Got those out.
Inventory full.
Just want your large steel tubes. Alright, that's what you need, Red. A couple large steel tubes. Let's put... We don't need that scrap. Actually, you're pretty big. Let's put you on the ground. And you're kind of cheap. Put you on the ground there. See if we can get the... There we go. There. Oh, nope. Damaged conveyor in here somewhere. Let's see, what are you attached to here? Nothing. You're attached to nothing. Okay. Oh no, did it land on my pile of stuff? This is super trippy. Where did... There they are. I can't pick them up. Let's go just fly this back. Yeah, I was going to put... to grab some stuff from that other ship over there, I was going to just put a grinder on the front of the welder ship here. Ow. Put a grinder on the front of this instead and just go out and grab some parts, but I want to just kind of do this real quick because I don't want to get stuck with salvaging today because I want to do the inside of the base. But I do want to know... This thing is losing hydrogen. The engines are still on. So I'm going to guess that that's the O2 generators producing stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, we're just going to leave it here. It's going to be a target if somebody else shows up. Let me turn the weapons back on. So, if somebody else shows up, it will... That's okay. That was probably the one that was loaded up in the thing. Hey, let's take a look at the front of this. I think this held up pretty well. We lost one heavy armor block, and... No, we lost a light armor block because I'm an idiot, and I put a row of light armor on here. Heavy, heavy, light, heavy, light. Yeah, that was smart. So I covered the front in light armor instead of heavy armor. So that was smart. Okay. Let me go refuel myself and we might repair that real quick. What was under the catwalk? Oh, that's fine. We're good. I'm not super concerned about getting the hydrogen just because there's a gigantic ice lake there. And if I really need more stuff, I'll just go mine a bunch of ice. I have to use this to fill up my bottles because the way I set up the conveyor sorters, I can't get my bottles into the O2 tank. So, I think what I'm going to end up doing at some point in a future episode is take the sorters out and set up Izzy's inventory manager again, just to make things easier on me. Nope, stop it, stop it, stop. Fighting my own welders. I might have to turn the... Did I ever... Ow. Did I ever put the the tower welders in a group? Did I ever fix that? Oh no, I didn't look at all these. These should be all the tower welders. This mass renaming, the easy renamer thing, that's one of my mods that I can't live without. Okay, we're going to turn the welders off while I do this. And we're going to have to... We'll come through later and rename all the stuff. The Obentide... Parallax, even though we're enemies, they tend to leave me alone. So I'm going to ignore that for now. You're already heavy armor. These middle ones should be heavy armor. I think it's just these outer ones that are the light armor. The heavy armor stands up really well to the new artillery shells. Or not the artillery shells, the assault cannon shells. The artillery shells, we have not had anybody attack us with artillery shells yet. But they also... They rip through... See, I'm losing my train of thought here. They rip through the heavy armor pretty quickly. Should have known, because the texture changes. Light armor, slope. Okay, and then heavy armor, heavy armor, heavy armor, heavy, light. Really, that one too, huh? So I got one heavy armor, one light armor. Heavy, light, heavy. Boy, this is super fun, isn't it? Heavy, light. I was really rushing to get this done.
Inventory full.
Good point. Let's go drop you off. Alright, that should be good. You look like heavy armor, though. Heavy, 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 heavy. Yeah, so you could tell what I did before I ran out of materials, and then after I went out mining that one time... Yeah, this is the wrong material here. After I went out mining, I came back and just threw all the wrong armor on here, it would seem. Okay. And what are you? Light armor. Okay. That, heavy, heavy, that should do it. So let me get my new battered armor with the correct skin here. There we go. Some things were not in the correct skin. Okay. Where did I put it? This is the heavy armor. My very phallic tower would not be complete without all this heavy armor. I've also noticed the mod that I had in that puts the build states on the skin texture on the build state seems to have broken recently. Possibly due to something that changed when they put the new armor skin in. I don't know. But I'm sure they'll fix it up soon. Alright, can't put that there. He's still moving away, so we're good there. Yep, missed one again. Okay, there we go. I think we are all heavy armor and all in the correct thing now. So what we'll do is just turn those welders on, and the tower welders, and I believe they should cover all this. Ow. Yeah, I'm going to have to destroy this tower and rebuild it. Actually, no, I'm not. I was going to see, because we built this new tower here with all heavy armor and the new wind turbine model. This is all a heavy armor tower, whereas this is all like essentially interior block tower. And I was going to say, well, I'll wait till they knock it down in an attack. But, yeah, I don't think they're going to, because there's too many decoys in here. They're never going to attack it. So I'll just leave it there. Let's see. This... Oh, I need to check that all these things have ammo. You're all moving. Okay, good. Everybody's idly moving. Yep. Does everybody have ammo? Let's make sure, because these guys are just terrible at pulling ammo. Okay, so you guys... Let's put, like, 3 of you in there and 2 of you in there. I know it's not even, but... Ammo. Okay, so you've all managed to pull ammo. That's the important thing. Alright, well that was fun. The defensive block thing didn't work. Do we think the defensive block needs to have some sort of line of sight? Or, like, it can't be too far underground? Because I don't mind moving the defensive block, like, up into the... somewhere up in the structure here. But it's just, I don't know. I do not know why it does not work. We could... let's see. Oh no, here's another little surprise for me sitting here. Can I get this one? Probably not. Don't think I can get that one. Nope. I'll have to get the ship. Remind me that's there. Later on. Not right now. Okay. Let's figure out what we're doing with the tubing situation. Oh yeah, good. Okay. I hope they do, because I don't know why. You know, I put together a survival test world with, like, these... there should be no mods that are touching these. And in my survival test, they worked exactly like I assumed they should. Like, when things got to 2.5 kilometers, all the guns would target. All the guns that could go out to 2.5 kilometers would target and start shooting. You know, it would lock target right away, but it's not even locking the target. That's the thing. You know, if we go and poke it... you know, it's searching for enemies constantly, and it never locks. Let me do this. Where did I physically put it? It's in the ground somewhere, isn't it? Where did I... It's like, it's hidden back here, because I didn't want it to get destroyed. But... Oh. Are we losing... no, we're gaining power now. That's weird. My batteries are not looking good. What was using up all the battery power? I wonder. I got distracted. Where did I put... I swear I put it in the ground somewhere. It's not... Did I put it way back here? I don't think so. Oh, there it is. Okay. We're going to move it out into the structure out there and see if that will help. Then we're going to hopefully take down... let's see. We're in a low wind situation here. I thought dust was low wind. No, I guess this is high wind. Okay. Yeah, it is, but there's no... You don't assign blocks in a defensive block. You don't assign turrets in a defensive block. That's only for a offensive block. And the defensive block is the thing that locks the target. At least I thought so. In my test, I only put a defensive block up, and that was enough to get this to work. But let's just take a quick look here. So, if I need to put an offensive block on there, I will. It's not like I'm breaking the bank here. Where's automatons? Okay, so we've got... inset... Where's the actual blocks at? They're either not in this group, or I am blind. Pipework. Yeah, they're not in this group. Okay. That's the DLC. I refuse to search for grid automation. There we go. Okay, so we could put a... Well, the thing is, what should happen... Step one is, when a ship gets close enough, the defensive block should lock it as if it was a... like you're sitting in a control seat, holding the mouse button down, and it's doing the doodle noise. It should just lock it, and then once it's locked, the base guns should automatically open fire. Because if you're sitting in a control seat and you lock a ship that's 2.5 Ks out, all the guns will open fire on it, assuming they can shoot out that far. But this, I was watching it, it does not lock the ship, and that's the problem. So let's see, where might be a good place to put this that it won't... I guess it doesn't even really matter, because they're going to shoot the decoys anyway, so I could put it... Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it right next to one of these guys where a welder can get at it. So, like, roughly in the center here. I'm going to have to turn all you guys off, aren't I? The welder should keep it up and running then. So if we just put it, like, right here. And, on top of that, I should be able to just look at the thing here to see what its status is. I think. Welder weapon roll back on. Alright, let's look at... Okay, so it should be enemies with propulsion, lock targets. Don't care about characters. We don't need to flee. I don't need to set up any actions. I don't need to flee to anything. Now, one thing I will say is that my test of this was before the update. So it's possible that something did change after the update. Oh, I do need to turn behavior on. There we go. So now, yeah, so now it's blue. And there's a freaking Reaver Impaler flying around, which would probably actually be a decent test of this. I'd have to build an antenna or a beacon real quick and get their attention. I'm kind of, I don't know, those Reavers are a little bit more unpredictable in the sense that there's a decent chance that they just decide to ram things, which is not really what my base is prepped for. So, not going to test on the Reaver. Alright, well, we'll leave that go. And get back to working on the base. So what I need to do is figure out how we're going to get this piping into the ground. And I think what we're going to do is cut to the side, go down, go back, meet it here, and then we're just going to bury all this in the ground. Or, alternatively, I could keep it up in the ceiling, move all this up into the ceiling. Yeah, have it come in, stay up at the ceiling, and then let's see, we could just have it like come straight down into this one, and then it's just well, the thing is, if we want to take out, if we want to keep the no, I don't want to do that because he'll come over and he could still turn around and blow us up. I don't want to tangle with a Reaver. I need the tubing to come all the way down here and start this end of the cycle unless I install Izzy and take the sorters out. Then I could just have the tubing come up here and I could just use all this. That seems like that's going to save me actually a ton of everything. Ton of material because I could get rid of this tubing entirely and just hook in right there. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I need a programmable block somewhere. Where? Let's see. Somewhere generally accessible. So let's put it under there. And then we'll just go through and just take out the sorters real quick. Grab one of the new looking ones and switch back to my boring thing. Izzy's is definitely better. This is just a... When I came to this planet, I really wanted to do things old school. That was all this was. That's why I set up the sorters. I wanted to make sure that I could remember how to do it. So let me put Izzy on it first. Whoops. Oh, I activated my own debugs. What? Am I holding the wrong key? Yes, I am. Well, it's fun, though. We could at least look at the statistics for the game for a second. All right. There we go. PB... just call this IIM. And the good news is, I believe he just updated this a few days ago. Yesterday, looks like yesterday, to fix an issue that was changed with the blueprints or something like that. So, he said there were some changes to how it is configured. So I'm just going to check this real quick. Auto container assignment is true. Okay. That's fine. Ores and ingots in one. I guess it doesn't matter. I had them separated out. We'll have an empty container. But that's fine. Actually, no. Why? No, let's keep them together. It'll be fine. Auto crafting, true. Auto disassembling, false is fine. I'll probably tag them later. Boy, this is a bit different. Oh, it's going to take some getting used to. Container special. Allow. Special steel. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think the use docked refinery is false. Was that an option before? I don't remember. Can fill all the stuff, handle the reactors, assemble, clean up, true, internal item sorting. I'm not in a server, so we might as well do this. And I think the rest of this is good. So I'm going to have to go...
Energy low.
Shush. I'm going to have to go through and change the... Oh, that strikecraft is in position, isn't he? I'm surprised that Reaver hasn't gone after the submarine or somebody else whose antenna is still on. But anyway, that Furbulum strikecraft is in position to come over the ridge and start attacking us. So, I guess my question is, if I start messing with the conveyor lines now, how bad is that going to be for us? How much ammo do I have sitting around in here that's going to be... Uh, hmm. Okay, we're not trying to make ammo. The ammo should be in here, right? Oh, you know what? I bet you all the ammo is in the guns. I was trying to work on a script, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get it good enough to actually use, but I wanted to have a script specifically for this base where each gun would only get like 2 boxes at a time, just so that, or something like that, so that because the turrets are so likely to just get completely blown off from a assault cannon shell, that I didn't want it to be like oh, wait a minute, he's over there now. Is that where he was before? Was I looking the wrong direction? Maybe. He's not in position. I take that back. Yeah. So, like, having all of the ammo up in the turrets is not ideal for this situation. But let's start taking out these sorters and putting full-on conveyors in, and we'll be... Then we can launch the script. So, which one of these has the... Here we go. Conveyor... Reinforced conveyor tube. The addition of these has been a amazingly good addition to the game. Why does that look different than before? Because I'm facing it the wrong way? All my other ones look like this. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Nope, it's not fine. Okay. You should be good. Where's the next one? They should all be above ground for the rest of them. So you pull out of there. That's fine. I guess I could have put it face up over there. It would have been fine. How are we doing on battery power now? Okay, we're still charging, but for some reason we're not charging as fast as we used to be. And we've lost some power. Wonder if it's because I am recharging the miner. Alright. Do I not have the circle tubes on here? I guess not. The fact that we have like so many different options for... Oh, Strikecraft potentially coming in now. This should be okay. I don't think this... Oh, look, we're not even connected back here. This whole tube is useless.
Energy critical.
Oh, jeez. Great. Gonna run out of energy right when the Strikecraft is coming in. Where's he at? Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of coming in this direction. I think we might be in for a fight. But if we could take on the... whatever that other one was called, the big one out there. The Strikecraft I don't think poses much of a threat to us anymore. But let's see, is he coming here or is he going to go to his next patrol spot? Yeah, he's coming in this general direction, but I don't know that he's coming at us specifically. Kind of need to rotate the base a little bit here, though. Oh, we lost one of our wind turbines. When did that happen? Well, I know one thing for sure is that once we built the thing in the middle, these inner turbines no longer... well, actually, that's not a bad amount of power. They're not ideal anymore. Oh, he's in range now. And we are not targeting him. Oh, we are. We're target locked. We're target locked. Nobody's shooting. Okay. Well, that's not great. Nobody's shooting. We are target locked, though. Let's see. Do we need to... Is there something we need to... Yeah, enable target locking. Oh, that scared the Jesus out of me. Alright. Shoot him down. Oh, that was... He was outside of range for that. Yeah, there we go. So, the assault cannons were able to... I'm going to move. I don't want to move that way. You're missing. Oh, jeez. Flew right into that one. Going down. How was that? Was that right in the... right in the driveway. Hey, cool it, cool it. Let's, You too? Cool it. Let's see what your deal is. We're probably going to want to move you at some point, and now I got a big hole at the end of the driveway. Real nice. Oh, you have a cool standing desk. Are you upside down or right side up? I don't want to get shot by the interior turret. The interior turret is... It would be on the top, but it looks like it's on fire, so I think we're good. Okay, we are good. Anything else? Looks like I own a strike craft. You have a decent amount of ammunition. But I don't know. I think I got enough. Turn you guys back on. Wait a minute, what did I just do here? On. Whenever there's one in the chamber, they always shoot it off. You're on, right? No, you're not on. What did I... That was my grid, you jerk. Alright, well. The next priority might be a larger grinder ship, just to kind of clear the battlefield up a little bit. But... Alright, so this tube going back there is already doing nothing. I realize now. This was... I put this here to be able to get the full circle. Actually, how are we getting things? Oh no, it is connected, because it doesn't actually connect to there. It goes down into the ground and over to there. I was gonna say, Yeah, okay. That's fine. We can still take this out. We just don't need... We need to redo this part. You're connected into the side of that. Yeah, so... We just kind of flow backwards. What's connecting you to... Is it the top? You're connected on the top, right? Yeah. Okay, so we actually don't need this at all. And we don't need this at all. I might leave it here in case we need it later, but now we should have no sorter there. And hold on, let's start from the front here. Because if we're connected up to here, there's no sorters in between there. This is connected down through there. These are connected in the ground. There's no sorter there. That connects up to there. That connects down through the sides of that. No sorters there. That connects up and over to there. Okay, I think we're good to start taking this down, and I can start Izzy up.
Inventory full.
Need a place to put all this stuff, though. And I'm going to have to turn off that quality of life mod. That's the other thing. I need to... That one assembler that's running the... This really opens the place up. Okay, we need to keep that one for now, because that is how we are connected to everything. But, we need to basically reroute. This is going to move eventually. We need to kind of reroute around this and keep that up in the air for the time being. Let's get rid of that little voxel before we run into trouble. Where are you, little voxel? That would have been... It seems like such a minor thing, but that would have been like the complete destruction of a vehicle or a death or something if I hadn't gotten rid of that. Oops. There we go. Wrong order of things. One of these days we're going to actually finish the miner and get like the armor and stuff finished on it. And the colors that I wanted to do, and I am... Okay, good. Okay, what do we want to do here? So you are tied in there. Let's grab... Well, let's turn Izzy on. No. Where do I want to put... Alright, this is my LCD for auto crafting. And let me find Assembler 3. And so this is that mod. If you're not familiar, there's this quota mod where I've set all these quotas of everything. And I can, yeah, reset all. There we go. And now we're going to let Izzy take over from there. So, toggle block on, and I'm going to recompile it real quick and see how we go. Yep, okay. So that should eventually... There we go. There's the auto crafting list. So now we should be good to go with this. Edit text. Okay, let's make sure this is all reasonable here. So angle grinder 2. I do want to keep one of those. I don't want to see you, and I want to hide you. Bulletproof glass. We're gonna... I know these are all odd numbers, but I'm gonna set these to what they should be. Construction components. What did I have you set to? Like 3,000? 500 of you. Hand drill item, I want 0. And hide you. Hydrogen bottle, let's do 5. Interior plate. Let's set you up to 3,000. Large tubes, 300. Medical components, let's say we should actually probably have like 50. Medium caliber ammo. Let's crank you up to... oh, no, let's not, because you'll just lose it when you get blown. No, actually, no, you're fine. Motors, 1,000. Oxygen bottles, let's say 5. Radio communication is good. Rapid fire automatic rifle gun mag 50 or just I looted a ton of these, didn't I? I need like 50 of those. The rapid fire weapon, we just need to keep one of those in stock. Small tubes, let's say 1,500. Solar cells. We're not using a lot of solar cells, but let's say 20. Steel plates, 5,000. Superconductors is fine. Thruster components, we don't really need any, but welders, original welders, we don't need any. So we are attempting to assemble. So here's what I want to do. Because I have so much extra, and some of these could be broken down into, like some of this extra iron could be broken down and used for other things. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to find my assemblers here. Assembler 3 is going to be assemble only. This is how I like to do it. So I like to have one that is assemble only and one that is disassemble only, and then the rest can swap between. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have 2 that are on assemble only. So what that means is if I drop off if I go grind one of those ships and then drop off all of the parts for it, I want to basically break those parts down into the individual ingots so that they could be more fungible, essentially. And then, but I want to have one set aside. Do I really want to have one set aside for disassembly? Actually, I don't. I don't care. You guys can do whatever you want with that one. That was the wrong one, though. So the reason I do this is that this way, if I do that, if I dump a bunch of components in and it starts to disassemble them all, there will always be 2 that are held in reserve for assembling. But that means I need to go into here. Couldn't be transferred from... Oh, I broke a conveyor connection. That's not great. I need to find where we say auto disassemble true. Alright, let's go figure out how we broke the conveyor connection since the spirit of Le Monde is flying overhead. Well, no, this shouldn't be an issue. You're still valid there. You are connected. It's trying to get... we'll check all the tubes in a minute here, but small tube couldn't be transferred from the welder weapon wall to cargo components. Real quick, what's my cargo situation looking like? So we have components, ingots, ores, tools and ammo and bottles are in that small container. That's actually probably a good thing, because that one's closer to the front, so we're going to keep that. Where is this small cargo container? Where do I have an extra small cargo container? I don't know. Ores and ingots, I guess, can sit in different things for now. Where do I have an extra cargo container? That's weird. Okay, well. Let's check all the lines and make sure that we have a straight line out to the welder wall, because if we broke that somewhere, that's not good. So you're good. We follow out to here, and this is going under there and connecting into here. Let me check real quick and make sure that I don't have another sorter sitting on here real quick somewhere. Swarter. Yeah, only the ones on the minor inconvenience, so. Okay, so this is still good. You're still good. You're green all the way out to there. And then that goes up through the ground up into here. So that should go up into there. So does that mean that... yeah, why can't you... how have you been drawing components out? Also, how did the wall take damage back here? Did one of these welders... Oh, that's how. One of the welders straight up got destroyed. Well, that's a bit of a... that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Because if they can be destroyed through... So the reason I put the excuse me, the reason I put the put them facing down was so that the sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. The conveyor junction would be underground and less likely to get blown up. But apparently, whatever blew it up penetrated down to it, so. Oh yeah, that's right, obviously. Obviously, I'm literally trying to pull the thing through and I can't. So let's put you back, and then we should be... everything should be reconnected again. Okay, guess I am going to the side. And I'm being extremely careful not to get fried by these welders here. And it sort of worked. Where are we at here? Welder, I don't have the components for you. I think I just needed the one component, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so you're repaired. So it, he must have fired a shot like straight down in there because it didn't damage the heavy armor on top of it in the slightest. And this is why I wanted to push these forward one and keep these and cover these up, but that leaves a little bit too much uncertainty. There's a possibility that if an assault cannon shell hits this block directly, that the welders will not have the time to, like, it'll just get eradicated in one shot. And then there'll be nothing for them to repair. But such is life. Okay, where's that new welder? And what did I call these welders? Weapon wall welders. Okay. You're good. Am I about to die or no? No. Let me do a little housekeeping in here real quick. Is this new? No, that's from a plugin. Never mind. I have the multi-grid projector plugin. I just haven't had a need to use it. Weapon tower. Actually, wait a minute. These are not projectors. These are... Oh, no, these are projectors, yeah. These are the projectors of the... so these should actually be weapon wall, my mistake. These are the projectors that have the turrets in them. So we can get rid of you. Has my survival kit really not had a name this whole time? Not had a prefix? I guess so. I think that's one of those things where I said, it's not going to be here for very long, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then it was here for a very long time. And I think the same with that cargo. Cargo S, tools, ammo bottles, and cargo S. And both of you can get out of there. And this is my O2 H2O gen that's in the front. This is the piston that the thing is on. These are the MI spotlights. And then my wind turbines. Twin blade wind turbine. Oops, did I hit caps? I hit caps. Okay, you guys can all just go away. And I should actually build a new wind turbine on the side there real quick. Anybody else get damaged? Nope. Okay. Hope I got enough hydrogen for this. Here we go. This one on the side actually should be the second most efficient one other than the one on top. I can't, for some reason I can't get the built-in photo grab you. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. That should help with the battery charging situation. Slightly. There is definitely some weather coming in because our max output is dropping. Which means there's like a... whatever is the weather around here that makes the wind lower. Ow. Which is dust. I thought we just saw dust make the wind higher. I may want to put Izzy's main status on a display screen somewhere. Okay, those Ember transport guys are flying by again. Oh, you know what? It just occurred to me that I can... let's see. Hang on, I just backed up. Sorry. I should make this one. Tools, ammo bottles. I should switch. The other cargo container is this thing. Well, maybe that's not a big deal, because we're going to sever that. If we sever that, though, then I don't get my front cargo here. Alright, we're going to end up redoing this whole front section. No matter what, this whole front section is going to get torn down. My beautiful script is going to get torn down. It was a nice idea, but it didn't really serve the purpose that I was looking for. But let's figure out the piping situation over here first. So we're going to reverse this. Okay. Now, where do we reckon the ceiling is going to be at this place? Probably equivalent to this one over here, right? And we can get rid of this decoy. I don't think this is really actually helping me with anything. This is a very strange connection to everything going on here, but I think what we're going to want to do is let's see, you're running over to there, so we're going to want to come in. We could take this as is and do a like a T. You know what? Let's do a conveyor junction here, and then we'll do reinforced conveyor tubes across. That's curved. Reinforced conveyor tube. We'll do reinforced conveyor tubes across. How many steel plates do I have on me? Plenty. And then we'll just fix up the rest of all of this in a little bit. Because I think that's where our ceiling is going to be. I think that works pretty well. So let's bring this. Is that right? No, one more. I'm sorry, one fewer. Conveyor, curved conveyor. There we go. I am just thrilled that all of this stuff is in the base game now. It doesn't... Like, I feel like more than ever, I could do a vanilla playthrough, and the only thing I would miss are the, like, quality of life mods, like the build info and stuff like that. Alright. Let's get this all hooked up. Shouldn't take too long, and then we will have everything off the ground. And then we'll be good to start laying some floor down. I'm going to have to think about how I want to do like the general floor plan. Okay, so we're good there, which means I could get rid of this whole thing, right? Because that's going to come down to there, and then that comes up to you, and you're temporary anyway, so we can get rid of this.
Inventory full.
And I think I could just drop you in here, right? Okay. So you're good there. Alright, well this looks way better than when we started today. I do not want to destroy this battery. Let's see if I can get it kind of right at the side here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so sandstorm's moving in. We are going to, I think, build the wall here. You know what I'm probably going to end up doing with this ridiculous amount of floor is basically turn on a build and repair. We're going to lay it all out, and then I'll probably turn on a build and repair. But we're going to have to get a ton of iron collected and stuff before we do that. But that will be a ways out. What time we got here? All right, I'm going to go about 15 more minutes, and then we're going to call it a day. So, what else could we do? Let's go ahead and just get rid of the infrastructure for my script. It no longer... Oh, I never even loaded the new version of the thing on there. Which means I could take my weather vane, and we don't have to mark you anymore. I'll probably put that script back up at some point, but not right now. Alright, at some point this whole front section is going to get taken away, and... Actually, no, maybe I'll leave the front section as steel and as armor blocks, and then we'll transition into interior wall. Let me weld one of these up so I remember which way it faces. Okay. Okay, so that's how they all are. Alright, let me grab some... Yeah, we have interior plate. Let's grab a couple of building materials and start to lay some floor down. Put all of you in there. Grab a little bit of you. A bit of you. Take my ammo, please. And actually, let's temporarily make you... Let's see if I could do this quickly. I don't know if I can. Where are you hidden? I guess you're all hidden, aren't you? Well, you two are. We're going to try real quick and go... Yeah, did it work? Maybe. I think it might have. What I was trying to do was get Izzy... Yeah, it did. So I was trying to get Izzy to move everything over into this one so that I could grab things out of here. So now I can grab... oh, we don't have enough silver to build that. Is anything else stuck in queue? Why are you trying to disassemble things we don't have? Okay. We're good. So we're only trying to assemble... No, we're trying to disassemble... Wait, are we not able to pull... Wait a minute, hold on. Let me go over to this one. Where is my bottle? Where did my bottle end up? Okay, so Cargo S has all my bottles in it for some reason. They didn't go into here. Let's reboot Izzy real quick and just see. Scrap couldn't be transferred from the hot ends Cargo M. Okay, I broke something. Recompile you real quick. Okay. Alright, so you... Oh, you should all work. You're... You're connected there. Into there. Up into there. Out into there. Oh, this thing... Is this thing supposed to have lights on it? I thought this thing always had lights on it. Even when it was, Even though this is an endpoint, so it, like the lights wouldn't mean anything. I thought it always did. Maybe not. Okay, so you're good. You're good. No, there's there's some things not built here. That would explain that. Guess I missed a few.
Fuel low.
Oh, shush.
Fuel critical.
Right when I needed you. Luckily, from here, I should be able to grab... Without that line being there, I should be able to grab 2 of those. Now I'm good. There we go. Alright, now, although I don't see why that would prevent bottles from being transferred. It did work now, so... Alright, so you're good there. You're good there. Okay, everything's good. It's just the amount of medical components that I'm trying to build that it's complaining about. So let's say... let's say 15. I was going to build a med bay, but we'll have to go out and get the silver first. We should probably move these batteries at some point too. Let me... Do I need these batteries? They are draining right now. We're on Sandstorm is the slow one, right? Well, they're definitely not spinning very fast, so... Okay, that's probably why. Alright, I'm going to tell these guys to... discharge into the base. And then we'll take them out of here. And I'm going to build 2 more. Further back here. Let's see, where haven't I built any? Yeah, there's none over here. I like to put them, for some reason, I like to put them in between these things, so. Alright, so that should be enough stored power for now. I think the wind turbines are still doing a good enough job of keeping the base relatively functional, which is why I feel like I can probably get rid of the hydrogen engine. We might reuse it later, or like I might rebuild it later, but how are you connected? Do you have ice in you? You do. I want to move you out of there and then get rid of this. And then you have a bunch of fuel in you, and I'm going to just let you run for a minute and burn that fuel off. You are not burning the fuel off because you're not doing anything. Because these batteries are discharging. Oh, and there's another battery here too. Let's discharge you as well. Yeah, okay. Alright, well this will eventually, when these batteries are done, at some point, this engine might burn off the rest of its energy, the rest of its fuel, who knows. Maybe we won't, maybe we don't need this at all, but I would rather try to burn off the fuel rather than just grind it down with the hydrogen in. We'll leave it for now. So, let's see. How do I want to... I like the idea of having tool containers here, but I just don't think this is gonna... just don't think this is gonna work. Where do we think that the med bay should end up? Should be fairly close to the front door, but not like directly in the line of sight of the front door, or at least one of the med bays shouldn't. Oh, you know what? I guess I could put it like off to the side here. Then they wouldn't be shooting in. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll put it off to the side and we'll put a cargo container next to it and we could like branch off and come down to it. What does the new med bay have? I should clear off this extra hotbar. Got way too many things on the hotbars. Let's just clear all these out. I think the... yeah, the new one has side ports instead of top ports. So... And actually, ironically, this is where I kind of need a top port because I would be coming down from the top. But actually, maybe not. What if we did... Let's see. This thing would be airtight there. We could do... I'm not a huge fan of the way it kind of sticks out so far. Where's the screen that you charge up from?
Energy low.
I'm working on it. Hold on. Oh, I think it's a defibrillator symbol right there. Oh, no, it's that little computer right there. Okay. So, I don't know. I guess I could... We'll fix it another time. We'll figure it out. What do we want to do to connect this? I think I probably want to break there, come over, come down. Oh, this is the wrong way then. Because here's what I was thinking we'd do is... this thing being 4x4 kind of makes it difficult to not put in a corner. Where could we put this thing for now? I want to have it accessible near the front. And I also wanted to... So here's what I'm thinking. I wanted to move those 2 cargo containers over to it. The tools, ammo, bottle ones. And have those be nearby this thing. So I guess what I could do is put it like here. Put the cargo containers like here. And then run piping, you know, down through the floor to it. And then that would connect in through the side of the medbay there. And then I would have my tool containers sticking out here. And then I could just run around to the other side to get the medbay. So why don't we try that? This will go under the wall, because this is going to be wall here eventually. So we want to go... And actually this wall is going to extend out, because it's going to be kind of like an airlock at some point. So I guess I could break it... I could literally just have it come straight down here. Why don't we do that? Let's see, reinforced conveyor tube. Hopefully that's enough. Reinforced curved conveyor tube. Okay. And we'll do another one of thems. Right there. And a regular one. Regular ones here. Oh, Strikecraft coming in. Coming in hot. How did I miss him? Let's get ready to watch the fireworks. There better be fireworks. Oh, let's double check that we're actually have ammo in all these things. You are missing ammo. Okay, the rest of you are good. Turrets. All the turrets are on. Okay. And how's our defensive block? Still searching.
Energy critical.
Oh, that's right. I was working on a med bay. Just get me enough to make it through the... Oh, he paused. Oh, great. Well, I guess we'll just wait. If you see it start moving, just yell at me. You don't have to do that. I'll probably notice because we will hear the shooting. Curved. That should be fine. Okay. And then we need to cut over to here. Let's see. Nice. Alright, then give me a junction, and we should be good to go. Alright. Now I just need enough parts to build this med bay. And hopefully the medical components that I have on hand, plus the ones that are in the survival kit, are going to be enough to build this thing. Should be. There should be 10 in here, right? There's 3. There's 3. And that means that the survival kit that's on this guy also has 3, I believe, right? Where did I put the survival kit on this guy? I think you also have 3, right? Yeah. So, that means we can't actually even build the med bay until I go get some more silver, which I think was nearby. So, med bay not happening today. So I think here's what we're going to do, because I'm about ready to call this a day for today. We've got... I want this guy to come over and attack me, and I might have to wait for his little patrol routine to figure it out, but let's just summarize what we accomplished today. So, we've got... Wait, why are you yellow? Why are you yellow? What didn't I... Oh, these are facing the wrong way. That's lovely. There we go. Okay. Make sure this is the correct way this time. Okay. That should be okay. Alright, we're in the green now. Okay, so, things we accomplished today. Dug out a ridiculous amount of space here. Ridiculous amount of space. Redid all the piping so that we are not running tubes all over the ground anymore. They're up in the ceiling where the roof is going to be at some point. The strike craft is on the move to a different patrol point. Interesting. I don't fully comprehend their patrol routes, to be honest. They seem to be somewhat random. So I guess that's fine. We got we shot down 2 ships successfully and took minimal damage. And we are in the process of getting all of this cleared up. And actually, I could move the cargo container. At the very least, I could move these. I can't remove these yet because then I'll lose my survival kit access. But I could move the tools over to this one for now. Already, that should be doable. We want to copy you. And which one are you specifically? You are this one. Okay. So we are going to go like that and then remove that. And Izzy should hopefully detect you in a minute. And if everything is connected up, there we go. So now this one has our bottles and stuff in it. So I can go ahead and when we are ready to move the medical bay, the med bay, or when we're ready, when we have enough silver for this, we can get rid of the survival kit, get rid of these cargo containers, get rid of this. We could probably, I'm sure we could come up with a better place to dock the welder temporarily and get rid of this whole thing, and then we'll have a nice ramp. We'll start to ramp down. Not like ramp down, but like build a ramp down a little bit and build floor out in there. Build a wall of some sort here to kind of seal this area off. We'll probably do some windows, you know, so that you could still look out into there. We'll figure something cool out. These are probably going to discharge like forever now that the wind turbines are at full strength again. That's okay. If this never ends up being used, that's fine. We'll just grind him down. Not a big deal. I would really love for that strike craft to, because he's getting into position, although now I guess I don't really know what position is anymore. So next time, what are we going to do next time? What's the plan for this this channel coming up? Wednesday, I believe I have scheduled Starfield again. Friday, I believe, is going to be Baldur's Gate. I have to put that on the schedule. And we'll see how that goes, because last time it was a complete disaster, but it was fun. If you didn't catch it, we accidentally fell down a hole in the ground, which had so many bad guys that we just immediately died. And we hadn't taken a rest in a while, so like half of our stuff didn't work, and we just all died. So next time, hopefully we will do better than that. But yeah, that's the plan for the rest of this week. And then we will see what next week holds. I think I might do a alternating Space Engineers Starfield schedule for a little while, and we'll see how long Starfield holds my attention. I don't know. My hope is that I'll go through at least the main quest on the stream, and that is some lightning. That would be some lightning. Maybe we'll go stand outside and watch the electrical storm while I'm doing my outro, which always takes longer and longer. All right. So ideally, we should get a bunch of lightning strikes on the tower and nowhere else, and hopefully all of my pipes are working at this point. Let's make sure all the pipes are working. Weapon wall. See, I don't think I have. I can't move anything into any of the welders because they're not visible, and I don't feel like doing it. So let's just enjoy watching the storm. Oh, it's hitting the grids. That makes sense. That it would strike some of the grids that are out there. Because they're mine. They're owned by me. So, of course, it's going to try and shoot them. Hit them with lightning. Alright. Well. And the strike craft is moving even further away, so I'm assuming that we are not going to get a strike craft attack today. So, and also now, because of the storm, we're getting a ridiculous amount of... Did it just strike... Not the decoys? Did it just strike my... Hang on now. Or was it trying to strike me? It did. I think it just hit my wind turbine. Why? Why would you do this? There's so many decoys nearby. These decoys should definitely be protecting it. It's not so far away. Actually, maybe it is far away. Maybe this was pre-damaged before, and that was it striking the thing. Yeah, man, they are real. They are flying. See, now that I've got the decoy wall set up, the decoy tower, I don't mind these storms at all because I get a ridiculous amount of power to the base during these. This is going to charge my batteries up all the way. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for hanging out. Much appreciated. Join me Wednesday for Starfield, and then we'll see where we go with the rest of the schedule. Just check my channel. I'm trying to schedule these things in advance nowadays so that you at least know like what the next couple of days are going to be. So if you look at my channel homepage thing, it should say upcoming live streams, and I'm trying to just stick to that schedule as best I can. What is a last tiny boolum? It's not coming this way, but I don't know what that one is. They all end, most of them end in boolum, except for the mildly offensive one over there. Well, anyway, we might have multiple things to shoot down next time. All right, that's it. Take care, everyone. Have a good week, and I will hopefully talk to you all later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.